Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining AquaSphere. If you've watched the other video, you'll have an idea of the rules of AquaSphere. I've set the game up as a two-player game, yellow and white. Yellow starting sector is here, white starting sector is here. The yellow player will start with 4 time, white will start with 3 time. The reason white starts with 3 time is because he is next to the airlock that has a 0 on it. The only difference with a two-player game is that each of these bot hold things where your bot gets moved to when someone else moves into the location can only hold 2 bots. So let's get started. Yellow's first action, he might actually action his bot straight away. So that's that action, and that programs a new bot into the green location. White could place a submarine to start with, or he could program another bot. I think he's going to move up and program that bot, which means moving this guy up to there. It's now yellow's turn. Yellow can program a green bot. He's going to spend 2 time to move his guy in here, because that was the number 2 airlock. And then he's going to program that green bot. So he places that guy in the middle. This guy goes on the green, which gives him that one, which will give him another 2 capacity for time. And that gets added to his own circle. That's now white's turn. White likes the idea of this card that allows him to, just once during the game, move his engineer sideways instead of having to follow the arrows. So he's going to do that action, keep that there. For future use, he can only use 1 of them. That also gains him 2 points. So white takes 2 points. And it's yellow's turn. Yellow doesn't have anything programmed, so he's going to need to program something now. Okay, yellow's going to go there and program one of his guys for the green spot again. White's turn. White is going to do the blue action and release a second one of his submarines. So that goes there. That'll cost him 2 time. And then he also gets the points as in the middle, gets another 2 points. Yellow for his turn is going to need to do that, so he can kill off some of those octopods in a moment. White for his turn also needs to take out some octopods. And he could do with some more time as well. Look, he'll just do that, yep, and take a guy up for the octopods. Yellow's turn. Yellow is now going to need to actually action one of these guys. He can't action this guy at the moment without spending some time. He's only got 2 time. So he's going to need to move to do that. He could kill some octopods, and that's probably worth his while to do that. So he's going to make that action, oops, just here, to kill off those 2 octopods. Sorry, my big old hands. Those 2 octopods come out, and that was worth 3 points to him. 3. So yellow takes 3 points. It's now white's turn. White is going to move to there, which allows him to do that one. Yellow's turn. Yellow's going to do likewise. White's turn. White is going to move in and take out that 1 octopod, and that will be worth 1 point to him. Yellow is going to use that on the location where his guy is, which is to program another time bot on programs for time. White is going to use this card to move that guy across to there, which programs this guy to take crystals. Now that stays in there even though it's happened, so I might flip that over to show that it's happened, but it counts against that number of cards that I'm able to take. Yellow wants to take a green tile, so yellow is going to spend 1 time to go through that airlock. That's a 0 time airlock, so he's going to head through to there, move his guy from the green to take that card, which now adds to his pod. So he's got 3 sections, and he's able to kill 3 of those octopods. I keep misnaming them, I'm sorry. It's now white's turn. It makes sense for white to action the black. So he's going to do that. New one comes in. That one now comes back to his own board because the airlock is full. He takes the crystal, and it's yellow's turn. Yellow has 1 more guy that can pick up some time, so he's going to go and do that. Yellow's going to move here because it's a free move. He's going for that time, which means he now has control 2 in the thing, so that comes back to the white player. Yellow takes 3 of those time because he already has 1 and can only fit... Actually, no, he can take all 4 of them, sorry, because he has space for 6 of them on his board. So he now has 5 time. White has control of none of the zones at the moment. In the zone he's currently in, he could release another submarine and get some points for doing that. Of course, I'm looking at this at the moment. So he could go to the next one and program a bot to grab crystals again. Or he could pay the 1 time to go here and grab a program bot to get time. I think it would be fortuitous for him to actually go through to this location and program his bot, so just the one down here, to grab crystals. It's Yellow's turn. Yellow is now going to pass to take the first spot. It's Black's turn. He has 1 bot that can be used. He can move through to here and use this bot to claim that spot. Yellow returns to his board and that enables him to grab that second crystal. Because White has nothing else to do, Yellow's already passed. White will now pass, becoming second player for next turn, and now we go to a scoring. So, to start with, each player gets time for the amount of time that's available on his board. So Yellow has 1 spot open, so he gets 1 more time, bringing him to his maximum of 6. White has 2 slots open on his board, so he gets 2 more time. So he now has 3 total. What I tend to like to do is to mark where my guy is. The reason I do this is to help me be able to do the math quickly on each of their scoring, so I don't need to worry about trying to keep numbers in my head with the pluses and minuses. That's their starting location. I'll move the cubes. I'm worried about that red line for when they finish their scoring. If it goes up above the red line and comes back down, the red line doesn't matter. It's only when you get your final score that will actually matter. Looking at who has the most control. Yellow controls 1, 2, White controls 2 also. Both of them will get 4 points for that. Let's lie these down out of the way for the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we add the points for whatever is uncovered and available. So if there was a submarine there, none of that would score. So Yellow gets 4, White gets 3. Then we look at how many crystals we have. Yellow has none, so he gets no points. White has 2, so he gets 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Then we look at how many octopods are in the locations controlled by each player. White is in 2 locations that have none. Yellow is in 1 location, second location. There's only 1 there. So Yellow is a -1. Okay, that's our final positions from where we started. So White, because he crossed over that red line, he will pay 1 of his crystals. Now if he loses points on future rounds because there's too many octopods in his controlled spaces, he won't drop below that line. This is the new turn order. So Yellow was on the 1, so he's first player. This tells us the new locations for the next round. So then we remove that card. We then set up the main board for the next round by placing what's on this top tile. So 5 time, go to this outside edge. Notice there's a huge pile of time just there. And 4 time, go to that location. 2 neutral ships. So these are just filling up spaces against us. 2 octo, 3 octo things, and 2 crystals. 1, 2. That tile then gets removed. So each time we do stuff that gets us the points in the middle is worth 3 points now, and that tells us where things are going to arrive for the next round. We also put a new green tile on top of every other green tile, and we deal out new cards. So those ones that were there for the previous round are still there, but the one on top of it will need to disappear before that one becomes available again. We're now ready to start round 2, and I think that's a really good spot to stop this video. You've got a really good idea of how at least a quarter of the game runs and how it's scored. I hope this helps you get AquaSphere to the table. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you wish to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining, and until next time, enjoy gaming.